So how are you? How are you doing? I'm doing great. Just quite busy with doing webinars, seminars, and talking to folks like you. There's just a lot of things that we want to transfer our knowledge over to you, right? So last Saturday we talked about how new immigrants in United States of America to to protect your wealth, protect your asset. So before that, we talked about how to keep your business going even if you're not in US, right? So all of these talks, and we landed on quite a few different area where folks start to have questions. For example, ITIN number, individual tax identification number came in, and many people was asking, and they're not quite sure what that is. So let's just say if you have social security number, you don't need individual tax identification number. Individual tax identification number is a special set of number that IRS issues to individual people like you, me, or others. If we don't have social security number, they issue to you because you need it for different things. So today we just gonna examine individual tax identification number inside out. We want to talk about it and tell you what it's all about so you understand what that is. May not apply to you at all because you have social security number, but may apply to people you know that they haven't really applied that yet. So let me go ahead, start running our program for today. And you see, this is our website, communitycpa.com. And we have a lot of information here for folks to look at. And you literally should know this website is interactive with you. If you click appointments on the top appointments, and you will be seeing the 6 partners that we have in our firm. You can make appointment on Zoom with these partners right there because you can see their calendar when they have time. Then you can do your check-in. And one of the partner has a free consultation time. That's Dan. He is our client service partner, and he knows all the services in the firm. He will be best place you with someone once you come in to know what we can do for you. All right. And other than our website, is connected to our website, it is our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is not something we do here and there. We do YouTube channel education. We push out our webinars, I wouldn't say daily, but it's 4 times a week. So very close to daily, right? Weekly, that's for sure. And we have been doing this since March 21st, 2020. That is how long we have been online doing 4 times a week. So you find a lot of knowledge, a lot of answers here on our website, here on our YouTube channel. You type, go to youtube.com, you type in Community CPA, you will see this round logo right here. Subscribe to that logo, subscribe, so whenever we have a new content come up, you'll be the one getting it notification. If it is interested to you, then you can come on so easily, right? About our firm, we are a regional size CPA firm with 5 different branches across 3 different, 4 different states. So not to spend any more time on this, I want you to know that I have served at the IRS as a advisory committee member for 3 years. So there is one of my credentials I like to mention, so to relate your imagination to what I do. So I do know how IRS operates a lot more than a lot of people. With that said, and we do understand taxes, and you can be proud when you work with us. And here, these are the 2 books I wrote. I am writing the 3rd one. So the first 2 is 8 a.m., 10 a.m. I'm writing the 2 p.m., which is to put together a book of how people, including myself, expand the business. Yes, you can start. Yes, you grow pretty good, but come to expanding your business beyond yourself. That is a whole set of new challenge. And I am putting together that book for the readers so you get starting, growing, expanding. Then the number 4 book, which is the last book in this business series, that is retiring from your business. That book, so far I haven't really do anything with it because so far my thought is no retirement, so there is 0 content right now in there. But that's the 4th book I was thinking of writing. No responsibility disclaimer, just because it's a free knowledge to you folks. We want you to come to learn, but when you got serious, when you feel that you need a real guidance, and come to your trusted CPA, attorney, whoever you have, and to do that with them, have them cover you under their service, right? So that is why the free seminars always have this no disclaimer, responsibility disclaimers here, but in the real service industry, you come to engage us for service, we are responsible for how the service turned out. All right, now what is a ITIN and the use cases for it? So, okay, you may be wondering, well, I don't know anything about ITIN. Just give me a simple description. The simple description about ITIN is anyone who has money matters with the U.S. but do not have social security number. You need ITIN number. Anybody, even though you are not in U.S. but you are doing tradings, say in China, you're online trading U.S. stocks and everything in U.S. and then something happened, you're getting a 1099 dividend suddenly, and in your mailbox in China, you got withheld some money on there. Too bad. You need to apply. You need to apply ITIN, and you need to file 1040 NR. So those are the things. ITIN is very useful as long as it touches money, as long as you don't have your social security number with the United States of America government and you need ITIN. IRS is the issuer of ITIN. IRS is to help people comply with U.S. tax laws, right? Provide people who are not eligible for a social security number and to get a identification number so they can track your income, your losses, and things like that. IRS issue this ITIN number regardless of your immigration status. It doesn't really matter. And the U.S. residence for tax purposes does not equal to U.S. residents with a green card. So I say that again. You may be a tax resident, but you're not a green card holder. So don't get too sensitive with these two things because they're totally separated. And I'm not an immigration lawyer, so I won't tell you what the green card does for you, but I can tell you what the U.S. residence does for you as long as you stayed here for more than 183 days here on U.S. soil and you do monetary related activities, made money and, whatever you did. So then you need an ITIN number. ITIN number serves no purpose other than filing taxes, being in compliance with IRS. So what ITIN number does not do. So I made a list of 11 items for what ITIN does for you, but I also listed 3 for what doesn't do for you. Okay, so the ITIN, and you can do a quick screenshot on this one so you get hold of what it does or doesn't. So I want to emphasize what it does not do. It does not authorize you to work in U.S. You have an ITIN number, you cannot go to the employer goes that I can work here in US, here's my ITIN number, and you can put me on your payroll. No, it does not work that way. And all of the ITIN number are starting with the number 9. So if you see anybody holding out a social security number to you, but it starts with a 9, that just means it's not a social security number. It is an ITIN number. As an employer, you need to know that because you may be hiring this person for the whole year, treating that number as a social security number. Then at the end, when you submit W-2, you will get an IRS letter, and the Social Security Administration would also send you a letter tell you that this is an incorrect social security number and you need to correct it. So just make sure that ITIN number cannot be hired as an employee. And it does, because of cannot be hired by the employee, so it doesn't receive social security benefits. So you cannot withhold social security, Medicare, like the other employee you are doing, right? You just cannot do that. And of course, if you have ITIN, you can get child tax credit because you have a child here. You yourself is ITIN, but you give birth to a child. They're American citizen, right? U.S. citizen. So you can apply for child tax credit, but it doesn't qualify you for income tax, earned income tax credit. Because in ITIN number, you don't earn, right? You don't really work to earn income. But ITIN number, you can receive interest income. You can receive dividend income. You can receive rental income because they're passive. They're not your work, right? They're just kind of your passive work. Am I right? So as long as you're not working like Ying does, and you're passively making it, that's how ITIN number would come in to save the grace. So how to get a ITIN number? Like, how do you apply for ITIN number? If this is your very first time, have never done it before, and you apply for ITIN number, you need to complete the form W7. And you want to complete the form and attach to your tax return, so that way the ITIN will be assigned, the tax return will be processed. But of course, it's not just W7. You need these documentations. The one documentation which we ask our client to use, it is the valid, not expired passport. That's really the best one. If you do the other ones, then I give you a list of them, and you have to have 2 of the following list, right? So, but if your passport is expired, then of course you're gonna go for alternative. But this is the document that you needed to really apply for ITIN. So now you may say that, well, when I apply for ITIN, they ask me to put W7. Then they also ask me for original passport. I'm so nerve-wracking. I don't want to send this to some weird IRS address. I don't even know whether I will ever get my passport back. I understand that. And if you do the ITIN application on your own, yes, you have to send the original passport, or you need to go back to your original country, have the embassy, have your, the passport place, what do you call that, to issue you a certified certificate of your passport. So you don't have to send passport, but has to be whoever issued your passport give you a certification of the passport. Is equally hard, folks. I hear a lot of horror stories of those countries. They just couldn't get it. They don't even understand what U.S. government is asking. They were looking at their people goes, well, what crazy requirement? You already have your passport. Why are you here? So normally it's the original passport you need to submit if you do that yourself. But of course, there is a way you don't need to send the original passport to IRS when you apply. So I'll cover that in the later slide. Just stay with me. So you apply for new. This is how you do it. But if you renew of ITIN, I pull up the February 18, 2025, the IRS give out those ITIN number need to be renewed, folks. So you can take a picture of this slide and just look at your ITIN number. It starts with a 9, and in the middle two numbers, if it is 70, 71, 72, 73, I listed over here. You need to renew it this time before April 15, okay? And ITIN with middle number of these, but assigned before 2013, you also need to renew. Because at one time, the ITIN doesn't need to be renewed. So that's why there's old ones, like the one issued before 1213, never really come up to renew. Now you got the work order, okay, to do. Then after okay, I need to renew, then you want to, there's another condition I want to ask to mention to you. ITIN, ITIN need to be used. If you don't use it in consecutive 3 years, then it will expire in 12 months time. Even though you may not up to renew yet, but you need to use all the time. So my first bullet point is to say that if 2022, 2023, 2024, you did not use the ITIN to file anything, then it expires in December 31st, 2025. So it's not expired yet. I changed the slides. I forgot to delete. I forgot to change the sentence, the tense, into will expire on December 31st, 2025. Makes sense, right? So you look at the number, you look at your ITIN number, see whether you need to renew. If you don't need to renew, that's fine. You need to make sure that you have filed something, you have filed taxes in the last consecutive 3 years at least one time. Otherwise, it will expire. So make sure that you file. If you have ITIN, you should use it every year, okay? How to renew, you also complete W7. Here I have some detailed bullet point for you to know. And gather required document. So those are also things that you need to have. Submit application and mail to IRS. Just like I said, if you are doing it on your own, you mail original. But if you are not doing it on your own, you go through what we call the certified agency, authorized agency to do, then you don't have to submit the original. Renewal process, typically 7 to 11 weeks. Right now, it takes longer because it is tax, IRS is so busy receiving all these taxes every day, right? From you, me, and a lot of people. All right, so expiration of ITIN. So, if you file a tax return with a expired ITIN, okay, then everything gonna halt. And the IRS is not going to process your refund, not going to process your return, and it will send you a letter saying that your ITIN is not working. So you still have to redo that. So just to make sure you keep your ITIN number always active, right? On the supporting document side, this is where I come back to explain to you that you must submit document to establish your identity, right, of the foreign country. You are coming from foreign country, you want them to know that you are that one. You must submit original or certified copies of these documents from the issuing agency from your own country. Okay, so you know that if you don't want to submit your original passport, you need to go back to your own country where that area agency, local government issues passport. You tell them that I need a certified copy of these documents, and they may tell you they don't even know what you're talking about, or they may know what you're talking about, so you need to get that. It is very strict and it has to be issued by the issuing agency. It's not like you can do a public notary to get over with. No, you cannot. The document you provide must be current, cannot expire. It doesn't matter what document you provide. So now, this is the concept I want you to know. It is the acceptance agent. So basically, acceptance agent is a person or entity, like maybe a yin, or maybe community CPA, right? Yin is the individual, community CPA is the entity. So we are actually, community CPA is actually acceptance agents. So we are authorized by IRS by going through procedures, right? IRS has procedures, and we have to agree to certain things, training by certain things. Then IRS say, okay, you're authorized to assist individuals and other foreign person who do not qualify for Social Security number but still need taxpayer identification number to process Form 1040 or other schedules. You see? So, this is what the function of the acceptance agency. The acceptance agency facilitates the application process by reviewing the document and submit the complete W-7 to IRS. You see, it doesn't need to submit your original passport. And normally, and the procedures is that the acceptance agency will we will take photocopy of your original passport. So you still need original. It's just that it doesn't need to travel to IRS. This is IRS website. You notice that you go to irs.gov, you look for ITIN acceptance agents. And when you come here, you put in the postcode or your city, and they will give you the acceptance agency in your area. So if you look Community CPA up, and we are one of those, there's a lot of them. So it is not like we're the only one. You can get a lot of people to do that for you. But just make sure, that way you don't have to be worried about losing your passport or something like that, right? But have I seen anybody losing their document? Actually, no. We do have clients and who actually did that themselves, submitted the original. It came back nicely, properly, timely. So really, I have never heard a horror story of IRS losing somebody's passport. Never. Of course, you're not gonna just mail it out without registering that mail, right? So make sure you track it. When IRS send back, I believe they do on FedEx, so it's actually tracked. All right, so that is so much so about ITIN number. You got it? So you know the purpose, you know what it can do, and you also know that the ITIN number is something that to be used to be in compliance with government requirement. So we also have another, other than this one will become webinar videos on YouTube channel. On YouTube channel, we have another one 5 years ago. That was done by Dan Kim, and he is one of the partners that if you go onto the appointment button, you pull it up, you'll see him on there. He actually, we all speak a second language. Dan speaks Korean, second language, thanks to his wife. His Korean really sucks, but because his wife and he's getting so much better, credit goes to Krista, nobody else. And this is where Dan actually talked about this 5 years ago. 5 years ago, the information are still the same. So you can see it's pretty mature process. It is not something you need to worry about. And you can watch this video, get information. And to help with being compliance, even though you are no longer in US, especially if your business continues, your legacy is here in US, and you're in and out, or you're out and couldn't come in, and whatever that happened, right? As long as you don't have Social Security number, you really should have ITIN number. ITIN can also facilitate with your estate planning. You know how you made money, you bought property, you got so much going on here in US, but you don't have a Social Security number, you have ITIN number. That doesn't stop you from setting up trust and giving living wills and planning things, and all of these things can be done because you are a tax resident for US. Okay. Just make sure that you understand the ITIN number has nothing to do with immigration status. You can apply, renew, even if you're not in US. So that's something I want you to know. You can also, you can apply ITIN through your certified issuing agent, acceptance agent, okay? And you will need to send your original passport. You don't need to send your original passport to IRS. You just need to send that, give that to your acceptance agent to review. And of course, Community CPA is a authorized agent, and using ITIN to form new company, to start up trust and things like that, it is all very doable. So with that said, I sort of give you the life to this ITIN number that you probably never think it is something needed or important. I hope you know someone who doesn't have the ID, doesn't have the ITIN number, and also don't have social security number, and then start to get apply for ITIN, be in compliance with the IRS. All right. So this is the appointment button. When you click, you'll come over here. See that Dan Kim? And he is the one giving that the seminar 5 years ago, and he has a free discovery call. You can book his time, and there's no fee to it. Obviously, if you book my time, there's a fee for it, and we give some good discount on there, and to help folks to just, if you have a couple of questions, just not worth a extensive service relationship, you can go to our website, book my time, get your answers, and go with whatever you learned from us, right? So that's a good place for a quick do-it-yourself tips place, right? All right, so this is our YouTube channel. Like you to subscribe to it, and we also want to mention to you that if you have something you want to know, okay, obviously when you submit question to us, we don't drill why you want to know that and who you are and all that. No, we take your question and see the needs to the public. So if it is a question that could probably be necessary to address it to the open audience, so we will take your question and develop into webinars. But there are times your question is very specific to you. Those kind of question, we would recommend you to go onto our website to book our time for that. So either way, and our goal is to answer your question. So I don't want you to be shy, and just make sure that you send in the question so we try to put on the webinar for you, or you simply just go to our website and book our appointment time with any of the partners. Don't have to be me. Our other partner is as good as me, and we come from the same place. All right, that is my 30 minutes on Tuesday. I hope you enjoy our webinar and subscribe to our channel. Whenever you liked what we did there, give us a thumb up, because I really feel like how I wish I see more thumbs up, and I see more views, but I don't necessarily see a lot of thumbs up. So hopefully you don't forget that, and we will see you again on Saturday. All right, bye bye. Have a great